Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Good to have you. Today I'm going to talk about a topic that really affects everybody and anybody. It's not specifically an age group, but I will focus on older adults for this video. Why older adults may be um, gambling too much. So I'm going to cite 4 different sources for this video. Let me go ahead and get them out of the way. Ohio for Reasonable Gambling, beforeyoubet.org, elder law attorney R.J. Connolly, and Center for Addiction and Mental Health. One of the fastest growing groups of problem gamblers are senior citizens. As the baby boomers continue to retire, their numbers are likely to continue to rise. There are multiple reasons why adults in their 60s and older, and pretty much, middle-aged folks as well, in your late 30s, 40s, and 50s, um, are at risk for problem gambling. These include having an abundance of free time now that they're no longer working, so that would be more the older ones, have excess funds saved up for retirement or saving up for retirement if they're not quite there, experiencing boredom or loneliness due to friends and family members moving or passing away, and feeling a loss of independence due to physical limitations. So those last couple are definitely for the older ones. Some signs that a senior, family member, or friend may need help include appearing withdrawn or being frequently unavailable, being vague when describing their days and activities, selling off their valuables, belongings for unexplained reasons, and speaking often of exciting wins, but never discussing their losses. Consider some of the comments, in particular of R.J. Connolly, and he's an elder care law attorney. He says that I believe it goes without saying that gambling is not a way to fund your retirement. Problem gambling for seniors certainly can lead to catastrophic outcomes, both emotionally and financially, for those who live on fixed incomes. We are not dealing with a 30-year-old who has time to recoup their losses. Seniors do not have a whole lot of time to recover from devastating losses. As if casinos with their slots and table games and states promoting their endless lottery games are not enough, the legalization of sports betting has added yet another layer to this problem, with an eye on expanding the legalizing online gaming across the country. For a segment of seniors who lost life partners, the casino became their new family. They make friends and enjoy the service staff calling and greeting them by name because they apparently care. This comes at a great cost, as losing far outweighs the winning. Online gambling is even more problematic for the person over 60. So he's right on with these comments, and they really underline the fact that when seniors lose partners, when they have extra time in their life because they're no longer working, when they do have some money in front of them, um, that the temptation of gambling, of going to casinos physically, or even going online and doing the online casinos and other gambling sites, are very tempting to these folks, and they fall into those traps quickly. So, dangers associated with online gambling. And this is particularly troublesome because uh, older folks, if you're basically 55, 60 and older, you didn't grow up with computers. They were introduced into your world when you were basically in your 30s almost, maybe late 20s. So it was something that you had to learn. And going online, that was something that you experienced in your 30s often. And so it's not something that you were born into. Today, you see 1-year-old babies rubbing on smartphones with their fingers. They just innately know that that's how these things operate. So they're very comfortable. Growing up today with computers and online capabilities is second nature. But to seniors, it's not. And so there are dangers associated with this, especially when you incorporate gambling into the online experience. And let me share with you several of them. One, you can gamble at home on a smartphone without anyone realizing that gambling is even occurring. Two, access to your credit account is just a click away. Online transactions are impulsive and the money is spent in less than a second. And that's something that seniors have trouble understanding, that electronic money is real money. Sometimes the connection's not made. Three, access availability is 24/7 to gambling sites on a smartphone or tablet. Four, recovering any lost money due to fraud is very difficult online. Five, it is easy to forget that electronic money is real money, as I just stated a little bit earlier. Six, in unregulated internet casinos online, collusion in poker games between players occurs on a regular basis. And that is something that you always have to be aware of online. Seven, there is no way to keep a problem gambler off of internet gambling sites. You would literally have to restrict access to the internet at all times, which is very difficult to do. And eight, credit card fraud is ripe on the internet gambling sites. So whether it be a traditional casino setting or an online type, problem gambling for people, especially over 60, can end up being devastating because the money lost is gone forever and it's virtually impossible to recoup because all they're drawing on at that point is Social Security. Maybe if they're fortunate, a pension of some kind. Maybe if they're even more fortunate, some 401k money or life insurance money from a deceased spouse. Often those are the first things to go when you have a gambling addiction. So yeah, these losses cannot be recouped. So the word devastating is a fair word to use. Remember that gambling allows easy access, especially online gambling. It requires isolated playing. So when you do gamble online, or even when you're gambling at a traditional casino, you're usually doing it alone. They often offer unlimited playtime. As long as you have the money, you can gamble, whether it's in person or online. And always present are the cybersecurity issues. Just things to be aware of. Again, this is all about awareness. Know what your mom and dad, know what your aunt and uncle, know what grandma's doing. Be aware when they're online, just like a parent would do with a child when they're online. You need to do that with your older family members as well. Just check in, be communicative, uh, take an interest. Often seniors feel so ignored that they get into trouble like this. So be aware. And this is just the whole purpose of this video today is just to make you aware, shine some light on it, because light needs to be shined on this whole issue because it can have just detrimental effects, and it does on a lot of older folks. So take care. Please like the video and subscribe if you haven't, and go ahead and comment on this too. Have you experienced this problem? I'd love to hear about it. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.